So if you run a local business, especially one that offers group classes, it is critical that you claim and optimize your Google Business Profile. But Google Business Profile used to be called GMB, right? Google My Business. It's been changed to Google Business Profile. Let's cover what it is first, so you know what it is we're talking about, right? Let's say I'm in my neighborhood. I want to find I have two daughters. Actual case study here. They recently decided they want to do gymnastics. So, not being familiar with the gymnastic schools in my area, I went to Facebook and I looked I'm part of a private Facebook group for my town. It's called Moms and Dads of East Meadow. And I posted in the group, can anybody recommend a good gymnastics school nearby? So there was quite a few responses, but two names kind of climbed to the list as the most commonly referred. So I went to Google and I searched for gymnastics schools near me, and I found where they were listed on there, and I checked out their reviews and I looked at pictures of the place, and then I visited the websites. Typically, even if somebody gets a referral or they get your information from social media, whatever the case is, they see your ad even. According to Google, 86%, anywhere from 86 to 97% of all prospects will visit Google first to check out reviews and see pictures before they actually visit your website or make a buying decision. I think it's something like 84% of people will go to Google first before actually visiting your website, going directly to your website. So if I search for something like CrossFit gym near me, what Google is going to show me is this is the Google Map Pack. And the Map Pack is a compilation of businesses that are targeting those keywords within my immediate area that Google's providing for me, okay? So it's not necessarily the CrossFit that's closest to me that gets listed number one. Google uses a bunch of criteria that we're going to cover shortly in order to determine who gets ranked number one. According to Google, the first and second spot, they get like 80% of all the clicks. So it's really critical that you focus your energy on getting to number one for your most valuable keyword, okay? It is possible to buy this first spot, which we'll cover in another section. However, that said, you do want to work on getting it organically as well. So you can buy additional ones, but you want to work towards dominating organically as it is. If you could buy the number one spot and then you're also ranked organically number one, you're pretty much controlling that keyword for your entire area, and your school's going to grow like crazy, okay? So where this information comes from, the Google Map results, it comes from the Google Business Profile. That's the data that Google is using to determine who gets ranked number one here, okay? If you don't have if your business is not listed on Google, you need to list it, okay? If it's listed on Google but you haven't claimed it, that means you can't edit it and you're hurting your own score, right? You want to be able to claim your business so that you can edit all the information in there, okay? Okay, all right, so these are the steps, my steps for optimizing your Google business. First, create and claim your Google Map listing. So here's how to find out if you have one, right? If we go to Google Maps, you can start typing the name of your business. I'm going to make one up. The Token Shop. So if your business doesn't exist, you can click on add a missing place to Google Maps, and you can manually add your business information in there. If your business is there, boxing near me. Just trying to see if there's one of these that haven't been claimed, just to show you what it looks like. No, I don't see any that haven't been claimed. There's typically a link in the result that if you haven't claimed your business, so own this business, it'll say claim this business instead of own this business. Either one. If you find your listing there, you can click on own this business or claim this business in order to take control of it. Now, the verification process, it used to be that you add some code to your website to prove that you own the website, and that was pretty much it. But more recently, Google has been wanting a more thorough verification. What that generally consists of is you taking your phone, you're going to record with Google. So in other words, you're going to click on the link that Google provides you to begin recording. You stand outside your facility to show the signage that it's the name of your business, you entering the place, taking a walkthrough, and then showing them that you have access to some type of like admin employee area only. And that's typically the verification process these days. But once that's the first step is to claim it. So either, create it or claim the existing one and then verify it so that now you can make edits to your Google business profile. You need access in order to be able to optimize it. What is optimization? So there's different stages to optimization. I'm going to give you one. Just grab somebody. For Champion Jiu-Jitsu. Okay. So here's one of my customers. The number one thing you got to start with is edit profile. You want to complete as many of these and these down here as you can. The more of the features that you use of a Google business profile, it actually does help with your ranking. It makes your listing longer, thicker, more clickable things on it. It gets you more engagement. Okay. So the first thing I usually start off with is edit profile. All this information is pretty much going to be blank when you first claim it, right? You'll have some basic information like the business name. Very important for your business name. Even if you have multiple locations, don't say Champion Jiu-Jitsu, A town, B town. You can only have one name of your business unless you actually start a second business and make that business's name Champion Jiu-Jitsu B town, right? Otherwise, if it's one company with various locations, you can only have one business name. You'll just add the additional locations. But when somebody's searching in that area, it will come up, just as your business with that particular location already listed there. You can't add it into the business name. Then you need your business category. Your primary category is your main service. I would highly recommend, if at all possible, that let's say you teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, you could easily say martial arts school could be a primary, but if the name of if the domain name and the name of your business is Champion Jiu-Jitsu, it makes much more sense to make Jiu-Jitsu school your primary category because it's in the URL. It's going to be it's going to be in the headlines, the subheadlines, all the copy throughout your website. So it's going to be very keyword rich for that particular keyword. If the name of your school is, JoJo's Martial Arts, well, then martial arts would be a primary because the copy throughout is going to be heavy. The domain name, having the keyword in the actual domain name, that helps you to rank better. Okay. But you can add as many services as you offer underneath the primary. I would highly encourage you to have an individual page on your website for each one of those services. That will also help you to appear in more search results. Sorry. Your description. So Google provides a tool now where they'll use AI to provide a description for you. What you want to do is enter in a description as best you can, and then click the suggest description, and it'll just kind of edit and modify with their recommendations. I do recommend that you list additional services, the name of your town, all the keywords that you want to rank for within your description. That's going to help again with your search results. Your opening date, you do want to add that. It helps build credibility. For your contact phone number, if you have a landline and then you also use software which has like automated responses and everything, you want to add both phone numbers here. And I personally would make the one with the automated responses your primary phone number. The reason you do this is you have a secondary phone number to verify that that's the actual business one, it's the correct phone number. But you can make your automated one primary, and since Google looks at how responsive you are to calls because they track it since people are click to call, right? That's going to help with your ranking as well. If they're calling and no one's ever answering and there's no texting or anything, Google notes that and they're going to penalize you for it. So website, add your social media profiles underneath, your business location, make sure it's accurate on the map. Your service area should be any of the surrounding towns from which you are getting customers. Right? Add them all underneath here. It's going to help when people are in those towns and searching for your keyword. It's going to help you to appear in those rankings as well. Business hours, I would encourage you to keep your business hours current. Holidays, you want to update it for the holidays. If people are complaining to Google that you're not open when you say you're open, that will hurt you as well. I generally don't mess with any of this, not for my types of businesses anyway, because we specifically work with local businesses that offer group classes, so we don't have to worry about breakfast delivery or anything like that. If you happen to identify as a veteran, Latino, woman, Asian, etc., just go through that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Same thing with wheelchair and disability accessibility. Amenities, whether or not you have a restroom, whether it's gender neutral, if you have discounts for kids or for families. The crowd is LGBTQ, whatever. I don't know what the full abbreviation is. You can add that in here if that's something that you want to advertise or promote. Parking, whether you have free parking, paid parking, parking lot, parking garage, you want to put that in here. If an appointment's needed to attend, and whether you have on-site services or off-site services, you can list that in here as well, right? That's pretty much your full main business information criteria. You want to fill the whole thing out. Additionally, you're gonna want to do reviews. We're gonna go over reviews in a second. Reviews is heavily weighted towards your ranking, but we'll go over that in more detail. I especially like to add bookings. If you have software that allows people to book an introductory class with you, you want to click bookings and add that link in here. What that provides is a place for people to link directly through the Google business profile that they can click and actually schedule themselves an introductory class. Again, more of the bells and whistles that you use that they offer, the better it is for you. Q&A. Q&A is a great place to, for lack of a better term, keyword stuff. You're trying to appear for certain keywords. So jiu-jitsu, for example, is a keyword that we're targeting with Champion Jiu-Jitsu. So I start posting questions. What's a good age to start learning jiu-jitsu? Do you teach MMA? How much a month? This is someone else's actual question. What ages are able to start taking classes? If I was posting that question, what age is a good age to start learning jiu-jitsu, right? And then when you respond to because you can ask yourself questions, and also when you respond to the questions, again, you want to add those keywords again, right? So the best age to start jiu-jitsu classes, in my opinion, is 4 years old because, right, and you fill those keywords in there again. Just a great opportunity for you to add more keywords to help your ranking. At update, you want to use this often. You can post here just like you post to social media. So pictures of your classes, promotions, group shots, competitions. You want to post them to here the same as you would to Twitter or Facebook or TikTok or whatever. You want to add them here as well. Again, there's more opportunities for keywords. It creates more engagement, which Google's looking for. And I think I mentioned keywords, right? So keywords as well. Offer, I use this religiously. On the 1st of every month, I send out an email to my customers, add a new offer, right? And what that basically means is I can click here. I can put a photo of people having fun doing whatever it is that I teach them. I can create an offer title here, like a free week trial or a 10-day paid trial, whatever the offer is. The start date and end date, I usually make it good for 1 month at a time. And then additional details, you could put in more details here. Terms and conditions, I usually write new students only, something to that effect. But what that does is it's going to create an extra area down here where you'll have your offers. So she doesn't have so is this an offer? An update? Yeah. So she hasn't made an update in a while, so she hasn't been adding this part. But you would see that offer appear down here, which of course is going to get more clicks because who doesn't, if they're serious, if they're looking for you, then why wouldn't they want to jump on an offer? You just want to make it available to them. You can use this to ask your customers for reviews as well. Some of the other things that I look for is, so we talked about phone call. Just make sure your phone call is turned on. It's already turned on here, so you don't see it here. You want to turn on phone calls because again, that creates a click to call situation. That map to your website, we're going to talk about in a second. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So that's what you really need to do with that. Just go through here and see if there's anything else that you can do, because it gives you prompts. Okay. All right. So that is complete every section of your Google My Business. It's actually Google Business Profile Dashboard. Typo there. Okay. Keep your name, address, and phone number consistent. What that means is there's something called citations. Citations are directories that have authority. So Facebook, Yelp, Apple. There's literally hundreds of directories all over the internet. You can use various services or you can do it manually, but you want to submit your company to these directories. When you do, just make sure that the name, address, and phone number are consistent every single time or you'll be penalized for it. I recommend at least 50 citations. Even 10 would be great, right? 50 I think is is a good number. A little bit overkill, maybe. Like I said, 10 is fine. Properly describe and categorize. So we went through that when we went through the business profile description. Add photos and posts to your listings regularly. We went through that. Get Google reviews often. Okay, so Google reviews carry a lot of weight for how you rank in your local search results. But it's more that Google uses breaks down reviews into a variety of factors, and you can see how they're weighted here based on the type of factor that they're weighting. So how many reviews do you have that utilize the keyword? So this is the best jujitsu school in B Town, right? That's gonna carry more weight than this is a great jujitsu school. Number of reviews with city, same thing. This is the best jujitsu school in B Town. That's a better review than just this is a great jujitsu school. Google reviews in general, like 5 stars, obviously is better than 1 star. Number of reviews with percentage of reviews with keywords. So it's percentage of your overall reviews as opposed to just the actual total number. Same thing with city. Same thing with city. How many new reviews this past year? How many do you average per week? How many per month? How many total review responses? So Google actually looks for you to respond to the reviews that you receive as well. Obviously, it's a great idea to keep using your keywords when you're responding to those reviews, right? So you get the idea. Even negative reviews, believe it or not, there's been several studies that show that 5-star reviews isn't as powerful as like 4.9 when you have 1 or 2 negative reviews, because people want to see how you respond to the negative review. Okay. If you accept some degree of responsibility and provide a solution and you handle it with grace, that will get you actually, because it becomes more believable. If you look at somebody who has like 300 5-star ratings, you start to get a feeling of how legit is this. When you see a couple of 1-star in there and you see how the company handles it and they show that they have class, style, professionalism, you tend to believe now the accuracy of the total reviews. Okay. But I would make it a habit of obtaining a review. People can leave you more than one. So obtain a review after they have a trial. Obtain a review when they sign up. Obtain a review after a couple months when they made a comment like, wow, yeah, I've had so much fun here. I'm so glad I started. Send them a link. Leave me a review. Right? Automate that process. So Google reviews, consolidate duplicate listings. It has happened where you looked for in Google Maps to find your business, didn't see it, you added it, and it turns out that it was there, but maybe it was just, spelled differently, or it was in a different town, but it's still your business because you moved locations. You want to consolidate those. So you'll have an opportunity when you pull up, if you go to business.google.com, you'll see both of your listings there. If the other one doesn't have any reviews and the address is old and it hasn't really been active, you could just delete it. Otherwise, I do believe you can click on both and you can request that Google merge the two together. Obviously, you want to show, at that point, you've already proven and verified that you own the actual location and explain to them that this was your old location. But duplicate listings, you will get penalized for otherwise. Your website plays a big factor in how you rank. First of all, your website needs to be responsive. What that means is, does it change size based on the platform that the user is using? If I'm on a phone, does it change size as opposed to a PC? It's very important that you have a responsive website or you'll be penalized for it. Target your website for local keywords. So the page, you can link within your Google business profile description the website you want to attach it to. The link, whether it's your homepage or a specific page on your website that you want people to land on, that should be keyword rich, including the name of the town that you're targeting. Okay. So you use local keywords as much as possible on that. And then it's also a great idea to embed a Google map on your website as well. Right. So if I go to, let me grab, I believe I have to go to Maps, Google Maps. Okay. So when you pull up your listing on Google Maps, there's a share button here. Click share, embed map. Now you can grab this code and you can use an iframe or HTML code on your website, and you can just copy and paste it there and add the Google map to your website. Believe it or not, that actually helps your listing as well. All right. So that covers claiming and optimizing your Google business profile.